Hi, I'm Cora.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
And today we're talking about how to survive a breakup.
Am I? I don't know yet.
So breakups can be a really emotional experience.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of feelings do people go through when a breakup happens?
All sorts, and sometimes feelings that you were like, I don't expect to feel this. A friend of mine explained it really nicely recently. She said, you think you're doing fine, and then like you'll have like this wave, like this pang of like sadness and like remembering that you're heartbroken, and it like feels terrible. And then those waves just keep coming, and they'll just keep coming. But then over time, the waves will get further and further apart.
Yeah.
Until they like disappear completely.
Yeah, that's a really great way of putting it. What else is it that people find difficult about the breakup process?
I think one of the difficult things is the logistics of it all. Like, who keeps which friends, and do we stay friends on Facebook? Do we still talk? Do we hang out? There's no right or wrong way. If you have a shared group of friends, it depends how the relationship ended and how you feel about being around that person. The more heartbreak you have, which happens, it just keeps coming along, the more you realise that actually the constant throughout all of the relationships that come and go, the constant are your friends and family. So remember them and like how important they are. Whenever I've been through breakups, it's kind of been like a situation where my friends will like rally together and make sure I'm never alone for at least like the first few days afterwards.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wait, no, did we drop her? Sometimes after all of the distractions, sometimes it's just important to wallow and like be sad and kind of let it all out. During my last breakup, I had like the few days of distracting myself and busying myself and just constantly being with friends, and I wore myself down, and I was at a friend's birthday party and I just felt awful, and I was like, I have to go home, I can't stay. I've just felt really depressed, and I went home and I like ugly cried for so long, like loudly, like luckily no one was home, and then I went to sleep, slept like a baby, woke up the next morning, felt great.
We spoke a little bit earlier about trying to, feel what you're feeling, but then start the process of moving on. Can you give us a few tips about some ways to do that?
I think the first thing you have to do is break contact, especially on social media. And so that means muting them. So you don't have to like go in with the blocking or the unfriending or unfollowing or anything like that, but you can just mute them, which means that their posts won't appear in your feed because you just don't want to be seeing those at this time. And then also you have to use whatever willpower you have to not then check their profiles. Other practical things, maybe take up a new hobby, channel whatever it is that you're feeling like into some creative project, because relationships take time.
Yeah, because it could feel like a big gaping hole if you're not filling it with something else.
Yeah. And it's such a cliche, but time is the biggest healer. There's so much you can do to kind of help the symptoms of a breakup, to kind of comfort you in the moment, but actually the only thing that's going to really cure you is time.
You mentioned about things that could help you start that process of recovery. What kind of things?
When you've gone through a breakup, talk about it. Talk, because you don't want to bottle those feelings up inside, because you never know like how or when they will manifest later, because they definitely will. Even if it is just to be like, if you're like the friend who is being talked to as well, is to say like, so if you say to them, yeah, we hate them right now, they'll be like, they'll go for it and just be like, how dare they? You are the most wonderful person in the world. And like, sometimes you just need to hear that, and it's really lovely. Talking about it.
And what about if you don't feel like you can talk to your friends about it?
Find other people to talk to. So you can talk to your family if you feel comfortable talking to them, or a trusted adult, counsellors, or Childline, of course. But yeah, there's definitely people out there who care about you and will listen to you.
Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. I just remembered, this is all like bringing back so many memories, but I just remembered that last summer when I went through a breakup, my housemate's a musician and her album came out last summer, but it wasn't out yet. And she was like, do you want to hear some of the songs from it? And I was like, sure. She was like, I think you'll like this one. I think it kind of like resonates with your experience right now. And she played it to me and I just like started crying. And I was just like, oh my God, it is. This is exactly how I feel.